have to as well is difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Tosses so many things at you at once.
Well, we'll see. I just want to know, can Grayson deal with that? Playing a big body himself, they're going to be falling victim to a lot of these snake combos that aren't even true on a lot of other characters. The projectile maneuvering is the biggest thing I want to know, because if he can avoid taking those hits, that's the only way he's going to be able to stay out of these ridiculous snake combos. And it looks like right now, Grayson's going full force to try to get out to as big of a lead as possible at the start.
I know in the past, Grayson's had some mixed results against snake players in general. At a recent invitational that he was able to go to in Texas and in Houston.
That's true.
He was able to take it over one of our Texas snake players in a void. But
over a void, but did not beat Ultimate Razor.
Yeah, Ultimate Razor was able to take both sets against Grayson.
I'm sorry, I totally interrupted you.
No worries. I mean, Ultimate Razor is just a really phenomenal snake player. Goes back to Brawl, of course, as they tend to.
Yeah, many of them do, and MVD is one of those. I like that. Grayson held in to make sure that he would be able to tech that, but a grab by MVD, down throw, and he's going to try to, oh no, just confirm into that forward tilt, but again, as big of a body as Rob is, that can be a detriment. It can also be a savior.
With all those mixed results, though, what we do know at the end of the day, Grayson does have experience in the matchup.
And plenty of experience, even locally. There's the local snake main, Aikido, who is very good and very especially good at throwing out a lot of projectiles at once. And that's the kind of thing that I guess Grayson would be accustomed to dealing with, is having all of those projectiles available on stage. He's got to be really careful about shielding the moment he gets onto those platforms, though.
The speed he can handle. His biggest struggle against Ultimate Razor was the camping game. He had to sit back and play really slow, long games.
Nice forward air to just get him a little bit of stage control. He didn't take too much of it from there. He didn't get greedy. He knows that Snake can punish you for doing that. Let's see how he gets off of the ledge here. Nice movement in the air, and also the quick arm rotor to also take away the mortar. That's so smart.
Yeah, get that reflect going. Dilute that threat. No shield poke. He had the gyro in hand, and he still had time to toss it up and then get the up tilt. Which that's how laggy that that arm rotor is.
That's normally something that Robs will do a lot, is they say, oh, you're holding gyro, I can do whatever I want. But with Snake, he's so quick.
That's crazy. I did not expect that to be a punish.
I did not expect Grayson to eat literally 3 explosions in a row right there, but 72% now. He's eaten a lot of damage, and he's getting really close to these points where a quick snake move can kill, and MVD's reaction on that was so nice.
He got the grenade to combo into the Nikita, but he was facing the wrong way with the Nikita, so Grayson survived. Grayson able to bring this down to a last stock game 1. What kind of miracles can be made today?
If any miracles are being made, it's on a patient game. If he does not go too hard in on the snake, seeing that MVD is very comfortable right now, running away, but he runs away with that game. 1-0 in MVD's favor at the moment.
This is, of course, set 1 of Grand Finals. It's 3 out of 5. However, Grayson's coming from winner's side, so MVD's got to win 2 sets to take this tournament.
My prediction is 6-2. I think Grayson takes 1 game in each set.
Okay.
But I think ultimately this will be MVD coming back and taking this victory. Which is a little disingenuous to say after watching that game 1, but I think there are some real merits to the way that Grayson is playing right now, especially with how he's dealing with those projectiles. He's used arm rotor to call out a couple of times when MVD is going to be pulling out projectiles and committing to that option. It's kind of promising to see that he's got game plans in mind. It's just a matter of if they'll continue to work.
And how often are they going to be able to change the game plans and constantly have to reevaluate how they work? So, you know, we've been talking about it. MVD has the crazy adaptation game. He's going to be tossing or changing how he's tossing these grenades constantly. You're looking for different setups.
You're going to be seeing MVD go for a lot of those, I don't want to say less committal, but less crazy options, where it's definitely just sit back, try and see if I can get the Rob to commit, which Grayson will do sometimes. But So far, man, if it gets into that zone, especially in that boxing area, it's tough for MVD to find those things that aren't considered a commit. And this down throw, okay, so he does get down throw to up smash at that percent, but I was thinking an up throw could do it. Grayson knows his character better than I do.
All right, MVD being a really heavy character in Snake, maybe he needed that up smash, but he knew he had the stun.
Rob has such a good recovery.
He sure does. Somehow managing to get through that Nikita, even with the multi-hits of the up air. MVD wasn't able to reactivate that Nikita hitbox.
It kind of looked like Dragon Ball. It was just fighting in the air, just back and forth. Oh man, I love it.
Ooh, armor catches MVD's out of shield.
I have to say, will he be given the opportunity to do it again? But MVD will not hand that over for free.
Dash tag just catches Grayson, maybe dash him back.
Also to be noted that there are small side blast zones here on Town and City, so
it's true.
That dash attack will kill a little bit earlier than maybe you expected. I think Grayson could have thought, okay, if I DI up, maybe that can save me, but he really needed to DI in to save himself fully.
Armor catches the high recovery from MVD. That's Grayson up a stock.
And that's him, again, calling out, even though he's not reflecting that projectile, he's calling out MVD committing to having that grenade in hand and then not being able to act out of that until he drops the grenade, which does come quickly. But if he gets that in mind, if he has that timing in his brain, Grayson can make that back. Nice tech. That was on purpose to get hit by that Nikita because he saw where he'd be sent. But that is a confirm for MVD. Again, small side blast zones means that he will get these early kills with the forward tilt with the Nikita, and now he's getting big confirms off of the C4 as well.
Grayson chilling at a big 69%. That grenade pushed him out of the range.
This punish game from MVD is unfair. Nice wait there from Grayson. I love that he says you will not maneuver this Nikita towards me, and now he says you will not be given the chance to win this game outright. My gosh, he does it again, intentionally twice.
The immediate drop of the Nikita, the second shot from MVD was so smart.
Wow, that was so smart from MVD.
How non-committal, right?
Very non-committal. That's how non-committal I would say it was.
Drop the C4. There's nowhere for Grayson to go.
Just leave it right in front of him. Because if Grayson tries to air dodge directionally away, I don't think he has the fuel to make it back at that point. Yeah, and it's not like he can attack the C4 like he was the Nikita. I think we might even see MVD doing that C4 a little bit more like that in the set if Grayson tries to go straight to the ledge from below like that. So, I don't know, man. That seems like it's really good against Rob, who strives on having those recovery mix-ups. See, Game 3, still on Town and City. We're talking about how MVD likes to get those early kills off the side, but Rob likes to do that too. He's got that arm rotor, the side B, and now the C4 stuck on him. Perfectly timed air dodge. The only thing that will save him.
Right. That setup, unless it's off of a back throw at very high percents, isn't going to guarantee a throw into that explosion on the stick.
Oh, 2 jabs from MVD. He wanted to see what Grayson would do afterwards. Good DI there on that dash attack. I like the mix-ups here. There we go. That air dodge through the Nikita works, but falling back down on his head. Chicken Little is coming to save the day for MVD because the sky is falling.
The sky is actually falling.
My gosh, dude. MVD has so many tricks up his sleeve. But how is he going to get out of this situation? How is he going to land? Because Grayson has so many juggle tools, but a big commit there. This should be it.
Yeah, that up air is cleanly going to take it. Grayson's in at 14. Both players 2 stocks.
Close game. I like that Grayson immediately saw his opportunity, that MVD would try to set up a zone, play really defensively there coming into that second stock. So all he had to do was do his best to break that zone and figure out, predict where he was going to be setting up that zone. And look at the patience from him right now to keep this game close.
Utilizing MVD's own bombs against him. If you think Snake having a grenade in hand while he holds shield is really good, guess what? Every other character can do that too when they steal a grenade. Rob does a great job with it.
Ooh, okay, this will be down throw actually. I thought we would be seeing the forward throw, but that's against characters that don't have a phenomenal recovery as Rob. It's the juggles that MVD is finding a lot more success in rather than the edge guards.
Now he's stuck at the ledge, not going to find anything big as Grayson's MVD finds his way back on stage.
ledge guarding either of these characters can be a struggle. Look at the follow-up.
Right, recognizing when his grenade was about to blow up, went for that back throw, off the rebound, got the back air. MVD puts on so much damage so quickly.
MVD could be a one-man Harlem Globetrotter show, dude.
Actually wild. Pulling out the Nikita again.
Wow, he just does not give up on it. But Grayson, again, the patience will keep him safe. Up tilt into up air, out of the down throw will not be enough to do it. Snake is a big boy. Did you see the way that Grayson threw that gyro too to try to catch MVD? It's a really nice attempt, but that C4 once again falling from the sky. Really big for MVD, and we are going into set number 2 of Grand Finals after a 3-0 from MVD.
Grayson's definitely got a lot to introspect about going into this next set. He's had very close games, just none that, you know, brought home the bacon. Wasn't quite able to seal any deals.
He's on the phone in sales. It's tough for him to close it out. I respect that for Grayson too, by the way. We saw one glasses push. He went up to do it again, and then he went for the hair instead. He was like, one glasses push is enough. Yeah, I don't need to double up on it.
Not trying to break any boundaries.
I'm no Armada. I'm no Zero. I just stick with what's mine. Oh my gosh, these combos could be his, but that multi-hit of the down smash with that frame 1 proc grenade, he's not going to get quite what he wanted.
MVD does such a good job of using those grenades to get him out of sticky situations. Down throw is going to go for a mix-up. That get-up attack immediately doesn't let him find anything.
Boy, and especially the big thing that impresses me about MVD so much is when he is in shield and he gets a shield hit, he knows exactly what he needs to do out of that situation. It's like he knows the frame data of every single move in this game. Where he goes, all right, this is safe enough for me to jump but not attack him back.
And jumping is a lot of the time just a really solid defensive option. Full hop out of shield takes you really high up. Especially Snake, you're comfy there.
Oh my god.
Just scooped him up.
He called that. So Grayson has done that a lot, where if MVD is on a high platform, Grayson has been just hovering in front of him and then trying to hit him with an aerial afterwards. That time MVD was like, you're not going to do anything. I'll just hit you for this. By the way, should be noted that technically you should be going to starters if you reset Grand Finals. And this is a counterpick stage this week.
Yep.
Just going to say that this is a little weird, but either way, you know, both of these characters like this stage, so it's not unreasonable to see this be
it's on them, I suppose.
It's up to them. Nobody's going to be calling for a set replay after this. Sour spot of back air is not going to be enough. Grayson having so much trouble making this comeback happen, and MVD knows that if he C4s himself even from the bottom blast zone, he's not coming back.
Barely didn't have the distance with the air dodge. There is some new interesting grenade tech that can allow you to survive a little bit longer. I've seen circulating Twitter. Without...
I don't think you can be carrying a lot of sideways momentum with that, though, and MVD was definitely needing to get near the stage.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Going up way high.
Yeah, Grayson was chasing pretty far as well.
When did Grayson get 102% on MVD? He did that so quickly. I was thinking about the grenade tech. I looked up, MVD's at kill percent.
That's the power of Rob.
That's the power of Grayson. True. Not any Rob can do that, but Grayson is certainly one. Oh my, okay. Grayson just decides that he can use whatever moves he wants, actually, and you can't tell him no. Yeah. Not even if you're MVD.
Grayson is definitely keeping this competitive right now. Struggling at the ledge as anyone will against Snake. Deactivates the Nikita. Down smash is going to bring us into Grayson's favor.
Could be looking to take this first game. I like that he's figuring out a little bit of how he's meant to make these recoveries. Like you said, you're going to struggle as any character making it back against Snake, even with a recovery like Rob's, but it's all on Grayson to figure out how he's going to close out this game. We're even at 1 stock apiece here in game 1 of the reset, and Grayson, nice, no big committals right there means that he can continue this string. Armor on shield, that shield pokes.
Yeah, that's not going to give MVD any opportunities for a punish. He's got center control, really solid.
Hasn't given it up easily either.
But that gyro forced him back off the stage. I don't know how that Nikita whiffed.
You got me there, man. Oh, no, you did not, MVD. You just got the grenade into the Barbarian slice at like 50. At like 50.
He was so far ahead for a moment. Grayson was so far ahead.
Grayson was firmly in command of that game one, and then MVD
out of nowhere.
That's why you need
the right
to be,
setup.
That's why you need to be afraid of being near the ledge against Snake. Not just for that situation, but anything that Snake can do to keep you trapped in a corner, and then once you're off stage, there are a million things he can do to kill you. And that situation right there is just one of many reasons that you as Rob can't play that super passive game where you sit in the corner and throw projectiles all day, because not only can Snake beat you at that, he has harder punishes when he puts you at the ledge. I thought he was going to do it again.
I don't know. Going that far out, he might have come for a suicide forward there. I don't know if he wants that.
I mean, you're right, but that doesn't make me any less afraid.
I think MVD is the stats kind of man who wants to see those 3 stock heads next to his name when he wins.
That's true. He can do both, man. Sometimes he can do both. Look at this, Grayson. I think the big thing right now is that Grayson's like, all right, I need to get in. I need to take these stocks, because that's a little bit of what I was doing in that last game. But as much as I did see that. As much as Rob is chunky, I just want to say, as much as Rob is chunky, you're trading grenades with Snake, he can still run even with you, but Grayson's still running even with MVD as well.
Absolutely, both players, fresh second stocks. Grayson's playing out of this corner, those double bombs.
Oh, I want to see the juggle game there from MVD. It can be hard, especially if you don't want to commit when a Rob can start up that nair and then set up a really nice landing trap, but MVD's juggles have just suffered a little bit here in this set too so far.
Gets the up tilt, gets the up air, not gonna kill yet, but he's got some good damage on MVD. Send up another gyro.
Wow.
Ooh.
Just
all the way down.
Floating straight to him. Rob delivery service, man.
Dash attack pushes Grayson back off stage. Again, we're seeing this is a scary spot to be, but again, we're seeing gyro buys him a little bit of space.
Ooh.
That's going to be an up tilt. He stuck him back throw. He dodged it.
He did air dodge that, but Nikita will clean up the mess that MVD made for himself. One stock away from going up 2-0.
Clearly, I don't know my percents. I thought at that percent, surely back throw would confirm.
Not just quite.
Yeah. Eventually, though, Grayson's able to even this up. He's only took 33% of his own.
Ooh.
Look at how quickly this is built up.
Yeah, Rob in early percents can be almost as scary as Snake.
Grayson does such a good job.
That's big!
He got rubbled.
You saw the moment that that Grayson shot out that gyro and hit MVD, you saw the trajectory was right into the gyro.
Aegis Reflector. Up tilt up air? That's not going to kill on this stage, is it? No.
It will!
Didn't quite have the DI proper, because again, that move is a really difficult move to DI. The way that it shifts you side to side sometimes, as well as how much Rob is able to influence where you are in that moment.
The different hands. You gotta remember which one you want to end up on.
Yeah. Perfect DI there. I think MVD could have lived on the highest blast zones, but that move is not easy to DI perfectly ever, especially consistently.
Oh yeah.
That is probably the first time all night that he's missed a good DI on that up air.
Yeah, you really got to stay vigilant. Even when you're getting into this set too, even when you're getting to the 120 in the morning, you got to stay vigilant with your DI, man. The fundamentals cannot go away. If there's, look, man, if there's anything that I appreciate over anything else in Smash, it's good fundies.
Forward tilt ends up getting eaten by his own grenade, so he gives up this ledge trap. Grayson's done such a good job of avoiding, ever since that Barbarian slice that stole him that game. Grayson's done a great job of avoiding these ledge traps.
Stage has not been free for MVD anymore. Grayson has been challenging that stake with those projectiles, but importantly, hasn't been afraid to be up close to MVD anymore. See that he's respecting that Nikita, which I love.
But he didn't see that C4 on the ground. They're both blowing up so big.
That's every match with Snake, man. Explosions are bound to be everywhere, and it's just kind of hard to see what's going on. And MVD is one of those guys that kind of always seems to know exactly what the game plan is and where his opponents are. Okay, down throw. This could set up for a confirm, and it will. Grayson off to a lead again.
Up air, clean punish on that. You know, getting too cheeky with the Nikita. He's been playing with it on stage a little bit too much.
Yeah, and it does leave you very, very exposed and open to punishes. That's why you use it when your opponent is off stage. Not only is it a good edge guarding tool, but also that's the most reliable way to not get yourself hit for 2 back airs.
Oh, he caught him before he could grab the ledge with that C4, but eventually Grayson's able to steal the stage. MVD's got to push in from the outside, and he does. Confirms into an up air. MVD's got a pretty clean stock lead.
Clean describes that stock too, man. MVD did not let Grayson go for a single second. Kept the pressure on, didn't miss a beat. But now it's Grayson's turn to see if he can keep that heat up. With MVD on a platform, that is Grayson's time to juggle, but unable to capitalize. MVD is right back to it.
Just single hit of the forward tilt, maybe trying to set something up with the grenade that he put in his hand there.
Ooh, stuck on that side platform. The grenades once again bailing him out.
Yeah, saved his life that high up. So now MVD still has that insurance. Grayson, he's been in a dangerous
he called that out!
About half a Snake's arsenal right now will take this stock. That's forward tilt. That's it.
That is certainly it. That was just brutally efficient play on that last stock by MVD.
Brings it to 2-1 now in MVD's favor. Grayson gets his counter pick,
which was Town and City. He gets to pick his music is what he gets to do now. These two have just enjoyed this stage, man.
It's a good stage.
It is a good stage. I'm glad that everybody agrees that no matter what, we all like Town and City. Everybody thinks Town and City is really good.
Town and City is a cool guy to have around. Does some fun party tricks.
And he doesn't afraid of anything.
Yeah. He doesn't make anybody uncomfortable.
No. We all like having Town and City guy around. Drives an Infinity G37, always brings some chips to the party. We're all cool with having Town and City around. All right, but
MVD doesn't want to share Town and City. He's hogging it all to himself.
Yeah, no, he's the protective girlfriend of Town and City. Cheating on Lilat with Town and City.
Oh,
How
no.
could you, MVD?
You can't put that bad juju on him.
You're right.
Almost got stretchered.
There's also an awkward situation there for MVD as well, because that C4 was on the platform. Had to really make sure that his inputs were clean.
C4, of course, now sitting on the right side of the stage. Almost set up into it there.
And Grayson kind of going back to those projectiles a little bit more in this game. The boxing didn't really work out as well as he'd hoped in that game 3.
Down throw doesn't set up the way that MVD wants. He didn't expect Grenade to catch both. Just missed the armor. Both players sitting at a percent where a grab can probably be a kill.
Air dodge usage has been really good from Grayson so far, though. Back throw not quite going to do it. MVD knows that the confirm won't quite be there on that down throw, but now it will be if he just gets that grab. And okay, doesn't even go for the up tilt. He has that grenade. He says forward tilt will be enough, thank you.
Go, and MVD sitting at 176. Not crazy uncommon for this matchup, but man, is it still demoralizing sometimes to see that number so high.
Oh man, I just need to finish this out. One solid hit and Snake doesn't let you have it. Nice catch on that landing. I think we've gotten really underappreciated on just how good MVD has been at catching Grayson's landings, which is oftentimes the hardest part about fighting Rob.
Right, he's got that neutral air to mix up his landing. He's got the up special as well. Rob makes it really difficult for you to catch him on the landing. Eventually landed on the ground with MVD in hand. Was able to take that first stock, sitting at 54, but climbing. Is Grayson going to be able to mount any kind of comeback?
Well, chances are dwindling right now. We've seen MVD seldom struggle when he's had Grayson off stage here in this set number 2, and that right there is exactly why that ledge trapping game is so hard to get around.
Again, anti-airs on Rob. That big up tilt. Not easy.
Oh! Grayson had just gone for the tried and true, the onion ring, man. Could have gotten it to him.
Because MVD is here, I'll give you a pass.
It's specifically because MVD is playing.
Could not be me, though.
Oh, and also only because he's winning. Right. Otherwise, that would be a fat side B. Grayson hasn't connected one of those in a moment. Gonna try to find one there, and that was so safe because he knows he can just drift off.
Got up attack is going to punish that charge. MVD sitting at almost 160. Up throw will probably do it for Rob. Gets the pivot forward tilt instead of pivot grab that I think he might have been looking for.
Grayson just can't get out of this corner. Side B takes that stock, and Grayson, well, if he takes this next stock from MVD, if he's able to hold on, then we're going to the last game of the night. But MVD with this back throw has Nikita to set up, and that top platform is so safe for him too.
This is potentially Grayson's tournament stock, sitting at 119 right now.
If he can just keep control of the stage, MVD's been doing such a good job of pushing Grayson into the side of the stage at the ledge, but right now this is the setup that he could need.
Up tilt eventually catches the up air grenade, gets him out of the setup. Grayson has brought this back to a very doable percent, but he's got to watch out for the Nikita. Finds his way on back air!
He gets the stock. What a comeback from Grayson, down more than a full stock going into the end of that game, and at 166 he's able to clutch it out, and it's game 5 in the last set of the night.
We're going to a game 5, and I want to remind everybody, game 1 ended by MVD absolutely stealing it away with that Barbarian Slice combo off the grenade.
This could very well have been, if the game 1 did not affect the rest of the set, this could be Grayson being
There's an alternate universe where this is
over in Grayson's favor.
Of course, there's a lot of things that had to happen differently to make it get to this point. But now we're continuing the fight on Town and City, a stage that both of these players, again, we talked about it before, they're happy.
7 straight games on this stage now. Oh my gosh! Grayson is on fire right now.
Right, we talked about it a little bit before briefly that Grayson, of course, is number 3 in the DFW PR. He's also, I think, number 6 in overall Texas PR.
Which is big.
Yeah. Texas is huge. Texas is huge, and we do have some talent. Here and there.
Oklahoma might have a lot of people on that top level with MVD and ESAM, but Grayson's looking to hold it down for the Texas boys right now. He's got the lead, but he's got to be able to play with it too.
Despite the big lead that he built.
Nikita?
It's just going.
I still heard it.
It's just going.
Oh, and Grayson is also going. He's going to be taking a little vacation to the blast zone there. It's 2 stocks to 2 stocks.
Grayson built himself a pretty big lead at the start, but MVD fired right back. Now it's an even game. They're slugging back and forth. This is the most aggressive slugfest of a zoner matchup I've ever seen.
We have seen, especially in this game 5, just exclusively wicked stocks from both of these guys. Not a single punch has been pulled.
Right. Not a lot of punches, actually, mostly slaps coming out of Rob.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kicks coming out of Snake.
Oh, the grenade! He had a grenade in his hand and it blew him off the top. And that's MVD with a chance to take a big lead.
Chases with the up air. He
almost did the whole thing! I'm so mad.
Got every hit of that up air, and it did not break Cypher. That's nuts. How much damage does up air do?
I guess it's about the strength of the actual single hits.
Maybe.
That's my guess. That's how I always thought it worked. By the way, that's so unfortunate that the fire hitbox at the inside of the laser detonated that grenade as it was in his face. MVD rolls out.
Wow, he activated the first hit, but it didn't combo into the second. Somehow MVD found the way out. That's crazy.
He also tried to end that game with a stretcher C4. He's going to try to end it with a dunk. You are not Dikembe Mutombo.
Right now, MVD is on fire.
Still living. Grayson not going to be able to find that down air to close it out.
Grayson,
that's such a risk,
done.
And it's over. MVD boxes it up, takes it home to go. Ultimate Shockwave 37 belongs to him, but not without a couple of DFW's finest putting up a huge fight, and Grayson, one of the biggest, to take that to Game 5 in the Grand Finals reset. But after 8 games, it goes to Thunder Smashes MVD.
Especially the start of that Game 5 was immediately just near 0 to death from Grayson.
He had a full stock lead. A full stock lead.
That never slowed MVD down for a second.